Okay. Door needs a little work. So this is a standard.
Yeah, fiddle.
So, clutch, brake, 3 on the tree. Well, nobody's going to steal this vehicle, but that's how they did this in 1975. Hey, there's no picture. I hate to use a picture, but how do I know how to shift this?
The Chevy thought you should just memorize it in 75.
Well, I was born in 75.
See?
I didn't know how to drive back then.
You just pull it back and go up. You can go in reverse. Maybe. Then down is first. I'm thinking our shifter looks a little off.
Yeah, I think that's something we're gonna have to work on. It is a pretty cool truck though. Got your nice country seat covers.
That's mostly in one piece in the interior.
And I ain't gotta worry about a headliner. Hey!
Yep. So, we've got our old Squarebody out today.
We're finally gonna work on this, huh?
I think today we can at least get it working well enough we can go do donuts.
Is that all boys care about is donuts?
There's burnouts. This engine can't do burnouts.
Well, how big of an engine does it got?
Some type of inline 6.
Okay, well, let's find out.
I think it can do donuts.
What kind of redneck bodywork is this?
Well, it's a little rough. I mean, it's a little rust holes here and there. This one does have the typical Chevy rot.
So
it has every example
everywhere
of square body rot.
Everywhere?
No inner or outer rocker panels. Fenders are gone.
So we're going to replace the whole truck around a motor.
Not even a very big motor. Now, we don't know much about this truck. We know it probably hasn't run in about 10 years, maybe 15. We don't even know that for sure.
Got that nice old kerosene gasoline.
And, well, we found a bottle of brake fluid in the bed of the truck, half empty, so that's a great sign.
We do know that this truck ran when it was parked. Isn't that like the universal language of barn finds or field finds? Is it ran when it was parked? We
better figure out what size of motor this actually is.
Okay, so it's an inline 6 for a Chevy. So what does that mean?
It can be a 250 or a 292. They pretty much look the same. A 250, the motor mounts are in the same spot on each side though. And a 292, they're offset. Okay. So mine, motor mounts right here on my side.
That's where it's at on this side.
Okay, so we've got a 250. We don't have the big ones. The burnouts are definitely out of the question now.
Okay.
Donuts, I think, will be okay.
Okay, I'm sure.
Need some assistance?
I can't reach it. At least there's room for me to climb in here if I have to. And that's a commonplace thing to happen when I'm working on a vehicle.
All right. Let's just kind of get this out of the way for a minute.
So,
this
does have an air filter. It's not supposed to be black, is it?
No.
Or rusty? Yeah. And dirt daubers? Okay.
It's stopping stuff. Well, let's see.
Carburetor.
Choke linkage looks good. Main linkage looks good. Carburetor looks clean. Air filter didn't, but the carburetor does. All right, well, here's our big question.
Is it locked up?
All right. Is this seized? If we're lucky, I can just turn the pulley of the fan here.
I see the fan, which is the pulley.
Oh, it's a little stiff, but I can see it moving. Well, it's moving.
That's good.
It was a little stiff, but it'll be okay. All right, well, let's get the spark plugs out of here. All right.
So is this the...
Go ahead and put a label on that one.
So is this like first spark plug or first firing order?
It's just be the first spark plug. I just want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way we know we put them back in the same spot. I'm just assuming they're in the right spot.
Okay, so 1.
That'd be number 1.
Okay.
All right. Let's get that loose. Let's get this sucker out. Let's see what we're working with here. It's a little black. Might be a touch oily.
So what does that mean?
Yes, it's running a little rich.
Well, there's no rust. So that means no water.
No rust. That's the best thing. All right, let's see. Let's see if we're holding good here.
This is number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Well, that looks about like the same thing, doesn't it? Pretty dark, a little oily.
But we're gonna change them all anyways, right?
I think we should.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to squirt a little bit of oil in here.
So this is just regular oil? Why is it red?
Well, it's a little transmission fluid, actually. Just some light oil in there. All right.
So what's that gonna do?
Just gives us a little initial lubrication on these rings.
So kind of like a prime?
It just means we're not dry starting it.
Oh. So we got oil in the spark plugs, now what?
Now we get to see if this engine will go a full 360 degrees. We want this bottom pulley. You know, it's about the same size as the fan pulley. So if the fan pulley makes it, we're there. Okay, oh yeah, that's getting easy now. Oh yeah, look at that.
Here's some whoosh.
All right, well, our engine's free. All right, well, let's check some fluids real quick.
Guess we'd start with the oil.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Tastes clean.
And
A little low.
just how do you... never mind. I don't want to know.
There's no water or gas in it.
Okay.
Tastes enough, you'll know.
No, that's okay.
Oh, okay. How are you gonna learn?
I can tell by looking. If it's milky, there's usually water in it. If it smells, there's fuel in it. Okay, radiator.
Okay, radiator's right here. The good news is I can see green stuff down in there. I think we need a new cap.
I think we do.
I'll just leave that right there.
Okay, so green radiator fluid, antifreeze, good oil.
Hey, I guess we go to the other side and let's check the other fluids in this thing. All right, well, let's... No.
A little low.
Hey, I think I know why our rear end wasn't working.
Why is that?
Our shift linkage is down on both levers. Because it was shifted into, I think, third and first at the same time. Transmissions don't like being in two gears at once.
So it's just a little wore out. I mean,
yeah,
aren't we all?
Yeah, we may have to fix that at some point.
All right, so we got brake fluid.
We got some. We probably should put some more in there. Let's go ahead and check.
What is that right there?
Our steering. It is technically touching the dipstick.
Mike could.
You could probably use some.
Power steering means it takes your power to steer it, right?
Okay. If it gets any lower than that, it will. I can at least see it down there. Okay, so the fluid's okay. You think we ought to go check the gas tank?
Well, gas is a fluid, so we better go check that.
All right. You better take a sniff to make sure it doesn't smell too varnishy.
You got to remember gas tank's on the passenger side on this one. Well, I can't get the lid off.
That's a problem.
It needs a key. You got a key?
We don't have any keys for this truck.
Oh, nice.
So,
see, I told you, it's locked in.
well, you know what? This gas can't be more than, what, 10 years old?
Sure. Does this thing even have a license plate on it? No.
And no oil change. Well, it has an old inspection sticker that his son rotted off
Well, they quit doing inspections, what?
20 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, just about.
God, I'm getting old.
15 years, maybe.
Okay, so...
It's good.
Okay.
10-year-old gas. There's no rust.
So we need to go to the parts store.
Yeah, because we need some plugs, because I don't like these, and I don't have any.
Do we need new wires?
Wires should be fine.
Okay, belt look good.
Belts are okay. Radiator cap does not work.
Brake fluid.
That would be good.
Power steering fluid. Let's go to AutoZone.
Let's make a parts run. I'm gonna get the spark plugs back in here because I can reach all these. Make it a little easier for me to do it.
And spark plugs would work a whole lot better with a battery, right?
Yeah, I don't really want to buy one.
So get the one off the forklift?
That'll work. I think it's charged.
Okay, we'll give it a try. Forklift battery under the seat. Problem. Okay. Oh, please don't. Okay. Now I got it. Battery's over here. Why is he always making me get the battery? For anybody that don't know, I always take the black one. Well, I'm gonna say black one. The negative terminal off first. A whole lot less sparks that way. And that one was kind of loose. All right, battery's good. Weighs a ton. Gloves, battery. Why do batteries have to weigh so much?
The heavier they are, the better they are. All right, let's see here. Okay.
See, not all batteries have red and black cables, like I said. You want the negative.
The cables don't even reach right now. Because the positive reaches fine, but the negative doesn't reach. And if I spin it around, yeah, okay. And the positive now doesn't reach, but the negative reaches. I got a suspicion. I think I know why this is flattened now and there's a piece of tie wire in it.
Hey, you would never have any redneck engineering, would you?
Now I think I know why there's a piece of tie wire in here. I thought it was just a battery hold down. It's keep the battery from flying out of the mount.
Wouldn't go over the top of it.
Yeah, it didn't go over the top of it. It's a seat belt.
Well,
it didn't look like it went over the top of it the way they had it wired. Okay, well we got a battery in there.
Okay, so we can turn her over, or we can turn the fan.
The engine's free.
We've changed spark plugs. We've got fluids.
Well, we haven't put the brake fluid in it yet.
Oh yeah, that might be helpful.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
Okay, this thing's got two compartments.
Yeah, this is actually a more modern one. You got to put in both of them.
Oh.
It's a split system. That way, if you lose a line, you don't lose all your brakes.
No, I don't know why there were staples under the dash. So both of them?
Yeah, they both need to be topped off.
And you just fill it all the way up?
Yeah, pretty much. Just leave a half inch. That's good enough. All right, we got some brake fluid. I would fill up the power steering, but we forgot that. So,
be another out of zone trip. All right, I got radiator cap. And you're gonna work on what?
We'll try to check this ignition out. Make sure there's no surprises in the distributor cap.
Did we get the right radiator cap?
We got the one AutoZone said fit.
Okay. I think that's right.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. No ask.
Well, a lot of people wouldn't think that a radiator cap has anything to do with a motor. But they do have to have a certain amount of pressure, right?
Yeah, and you don't, because that ups the boiling point. Well, and the good news is this distributor looks great. The wires are a little off right. We're going to go with that. All right, let's get this back together. thinking at some point I may need to spin this distributor to make this a little bit better.
Okay. Ow.
Well, I've got some weed eater gas here. I like to use this when I'm starting one that hasn't been starting a long time because it's got some oil in it. And that way, if this doesn't start, it's a whole lot easier on the cylinders. That way we don't risk washing the walls with pure gasoline. So let's go ahead and see if we can't fill this bowl up. I think I got some down the vent, and I know I got gas down the gap. So let's just crank it over and see what it does. A little bit more than that. Hey, it wanted to try to kick off. Let's see if we can get a little bit more in here and maybe get that fuel pump going and try letting it idle. Oh, that lit right off. Well, it sounds a little cold. I think it's running on 5 cylinders right now. But you know, I think this could be one of the easiest revivals we've ever done.
I think it is. Well, they did say it was running when it was parked.
It's even running on the old gas. And that could explain the smoke coming out the back. Let's shut it down. Okay. Well, we're going to need to back up, and I don't think that gear shift is working, is it?
Nope.
So I'll go ahead and get it in reverse manually. This tire doesn't look great, does it?
Yeah, it's a little dry rotted.
The tread is attached.
Well, I guess all we can do is air it up and find out.
Well, it's just got to hold up for donuts.
Is this the best idea to air up a tire that's 20 years old? My cat didn't even want to stay with me.
As long as you stand far enough away from it.
Gee, nice. Thanks for the vote of confidence there.
I wouldn't put all the air in it.
Like it's enough for it to be movable?
Yeah. As long as it can do circles at high velocity. Okay, so how do the brakes look?
Well, nothing. A little pressure.
Seems like a little brake.
Very, maybe an inch or two. Hopefully, well, it actually does move. So that's a good thing. Do we have anything with keys?
About half the vehicle.
Okay.
Luckily, the ones without keys don't need them.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to steal this one anyway, so.
All right, well, can we get it started back up?
Okay.
And then I'll shut the hood, and we'll see if we can't back up.
We need to fix the door. No brakes. I do not have brakes. Well, we got it working.
So it does seem to be a running, driving vehicle. It does donuts, at least when I'm driving.
We got a few things to work on.
The body obviously has some issues.
We have some donor panels.
Yeah. Now the tires, it's pretty much out of air at this point. So yeah, we do have another set of tires I think fit on this, so that could help.
So
the brakes,
they were marginal to start with.
And the donuts, we didn't seem to have brakes after the donuts. I'm not sure what happened. I wasn't using brakes.
Well, you did something to them. Oh, hey, well, let's fix the gears.
Oh.
The shift linkage.
Yeah, you know, me standing under the hood is going to be tricky when you need to go to second gear.
Right.
Because I'm going to run really fast next to you. And it's got to be the easiest revival we've ever been involved in.
It's a pretty cool truck, even if it is a Chevy.
Beat up as this one is, it runs like a sewing machine. Been off-road for who knows how many years. Oh, but there's one really good thing about this truck. As beat up and ugly as it is.
What's that?
We have a title.
Yes.
It is licensed and insured in our name. We can fix this one up. We can go town in it. Well, we do have a new hood too, in case you wondered. Now here's the big question. What do we really want to do with this truck now?
Do we want to go back to original?
Or do we want to does anybody want to see that? I mean, do you want us to just pass it on to the next person and move on to the next vehicle? Or do you want to see this one come back to life?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool, simple little truck. Kind of like it myself.
But yeah, I'm kind of leaning on going ahead and at least do a partial restoration on it. I'd like to take it all the way through paint if we can.
Well, I need to learn how to weld anyways,
Yeah,
so.
and this would be an excellent one to teach her how to weld sheet metal. She has no idea how bad sheet metal works. She will. And got some upholstery work to do, and since we're setting up her upholstery shop,
I'm afraid to even look underneath the seat cover. And we also haven't pulled the mat up off the floor pans.
I hope it's not as bad as the bed.
Well, thank you for being with us on our rusty adventure today. It's a little cold today, so I'm ready to get inside.
Yep, I think we had success, so thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next time.